Okay, we'll take another look at a problem where we're finding all the zeros of a given polynomial. We have an x cubed minus 15x squared plus 27x minus 13. Unfortunately for us, this, even though it's 4 terms and we could maybe try factor by grouping, it's not going to factor that way. So let's use some of the information that we have about polynomials. We know that possible rational zeros are factors of this last guy over factors of this first guy. Well, the factors here are going to be 1 and 13. Factors here would be 1, so 1 over 1 or 13 over 1, plus and minus in both cases. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use that to help me when I'm graphing to use an appropriate, a large enough size window. So when I'm going to put my window in, I'm going to put negative 14 to 14 for my x's, so I go just beyond my possible rational zeros. Okay, and I've got that, I know I've got it on screen, but I've also put it in my calculator here. So I've got my equation in there, I changed my window, and I'm going to go ahead and graph that. And what I'm looking for are the x-intercepts, or where it's crossing or touching the x-axis, okay? And right here, it does look like that's a 1. I can confirm that by going to value and checking at 1 what's happening. Is 0. So what's really happening is it's going there and it's turning there. That means it's going to have even multiplicity. Oh, that means x minus 1 is going to be my factor with an exponent of a 2. Here, is this 13? I think so. Second, calculate value. 13. Yes, it confirms that my y is 0, so that's my other 0, which means I'm going to have x minus 13 as my factor, and since it crossed, it's odd multiplicity. And I could put those two pieces of information together, say, well, heck, f of x is just x minus 1 quantity squared times x minus 13. Now, what if I'm taking a test and I forgot all that stuff about multiplicity and touching and turning and everything? Well, I could still just identify a 0 of 1 and then use that with synthetic division. Okay, so I'm going to take my 1 over here and I put it in my box, and I took my coefficients of my polynomial from up there, right? Just grabbed those coefficients and I did my synthetic division. Drop, multiply, add, multiply, add, multiply, add. Got my remainder of 0 like expected. So this is going to tell me x squared minus 14x plus 13. And I'm looking for the 0, so I set it equal to 0. Good news is this one factors very nicely. So now look at what I'm doing. You got to pay attention here. I had this 1 that I used. This is what I divided by. So that's my x minus 1. And then this x minus 1, x minus 13 is the factorization we got there. Condensing down, x minus 1 quantity squared times x minus 13. We got the same answer, just a little bit longer.